been able to give you an introduction to the Jada Willis experience, but I wanted to give you more about who I am, where I've come from, and what brought me here today. Just to give you a little bit more about my story. So, as you may have listened in the introduction, I have just sold an HR consulting firm that I've built from scratch. And it does feel really weird to say, I've done this, I've built this from scratch, because I do believe that there have been mentors, cheerleaders, and guides along the way that have really helped get me to where I am today. But let me take you way back. So I talk about my story because it's really important to me that folks stop making excuses, but also feel inspired that no matter where they've come from, no matter where you have been born or what your parents have been like or what experiences you have had, there's an opportunity to start today, right where you are, in creating the life that you want, in actually setting priorities and reaching your goals. I thoroughly believe that, and I've always believed that. And so I talk about, growing up. So I grew up in Kittanning, Pennsylvania, and it is a small town, and I was the only minority in my high school. And so you can think about all the challenges that came with that, but also going through identity crisis after identity crisis. And in addition to that, we were also poor. I can say that. And so I remember a time that my mom took me to the Salvation Army, spent $2 on a Mighty Ducks winter jacket. And even though I was picked on at school, I rocked out that $2 Mighty Ducks jacket. And I remember that. And I want to know, where did it go? I wish I could have kept the Mighty Ducks jacket. Because I felt actually really cool in that jacket. And so, but it also was a representation of, we don't really have a lot of money. I can't buy, all the clothes that everyone else has and all that stuff. And so, that does build some things in you. And so a level of resiliency comes out of that. But also my father made a point to me, and he's like, Jada, no one has given you anything in this life. You have worked so hard. And I have worked hard, and that is true. I've had an optimistic attitude this entire time, and I knew that I was going to be in human resources, and I knew that I was going to be successful, whatever my definition of success was. And I think you have to be clear on, what does that mean to you? I knew I was going to be successful, and even that's still unfolding. But if you've ever had someone in your life also tell you that you're not going to make it, you're not going to be successful, I understand that. So I understand even in when I was in elementary school, I had a teacher tell me that I just wasn't very smart, and I wasn't really going to go too far in life. And she actually recommended me for special education, and that was an interesting time in the overall development. And who knows, reason, rationale. Listen, I forgive you. I hope everything's worked out for you. But I also want to let you know that I graduated at the age of 21 with my master's degree in industrial and labor relations. And it's tough whenever you have this outside noise of the people that you're looking up to and that you trust, and they're telling you, you can't do this. But in all actuality, there's that own limitation within themselves. That's what's happening, and projecting onto you. It's kind of like some of the reaction that I've gotten in present day selling my business. And I talked about that briefly in the introduction, but some of the reaction has been, oh my goodness, this was a horrible decision. And I'm like, this is kind of, what entrepreneurs do. You start a business and you actually should have an exit plan. And you're usually starting the business either for freedom or because you want to sell the business, or you want to leave a legacy. There's all kinds of different reasons. But I shared with you in the first introduction that I can answer that in 5 words. I have more to do. And even though my father said that, I've worked for anything, no one's given me anything in this world, in all actuality, and looking back and being reflective, there have been people in my life that have been able to, in my mind, they've been human guardian angels, but they've been able to keep me on the right path and give me that guidance, give me the wisdom that I needed in that moment, or the help or the encouragement. And and that were really able to propel me forward. And it has been. Ironically, I had a teacher tell me I couldn't do it, and then I had a teacher in high school that, when I tell you, believed in me to her core. And I had goals of being FBLA president, Future Business Leaders of America, and she just believed in me, and she just nurtured me and fed me, and I mean, so many things. And I still keep in contact with her. I had a guidance counselor that believed in me. But even through all of that, like looking at the business, there have been friends along the way. There have been business partners. How about clients that give you the first opportunity, that actually take a chance on you? I don't think that that's us achieving it alone. We need other people. And we need other people that are actually going to help us in that moment of what we need. And so when I think about that, I want to pay it forward. I want to be a massive contribution to this world. And I don't care that I've lost my vision. I've been diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I've been through divorce. Listen, we all have stuff. We all have stuff that have went on. And I think it's up to us. Yes, handle it in that moment and do and nurture and love and self-healing, self-care, all of it. But at the same point in time, it's up to us how we use our circumstances to actually push ourselves forward and reach our goals. And then also, how do you make a positive contribution to the world around you? And so I don't like the excuses of, where you've come from and what has been done to you. Listen. Okay, that's some of the noise that we need to cut down and just start showing up and being real. Acknowledge it, take accountability, forgive, and also just start working on yourself and filling yourself up so that you can then be a gift. You can really be that help that maybe you needed, that you can be that for someone else. And so I really believe that I've had so many great experiences in Fortune 50 companies, Fortune 100. I've been an HR professional. I've been able to speak all around the world, and I've written a book, and now I've built a company from scratch, and it was hard. It looks really good now, but it was really hard, and I actually am excited. I believe that there is a gap and there is a hole in the system of supporting entrepreneurs, CEOs. I'm making a prediction that if we don't do something and if more isn't given to help CEOs and entrepreneurs, I think there's actually going to be a mass exit in the coming years. And so I believe that now is the time for me to step up, to do what I can to really talk about the issues that are facing entrepreneurs. And there are real issues of depression and burnout and feeling lonely and feeling stuck and not having that person, that advisor, that strategic partner. And there needs to be, because none of us can actually do this alone. And yeah, do I have probably if I have favorites, it's my high achieving underdogs. The high achieving underdogs, I consider myself one, and you have grit and you have courage and you have resiliency, and yeah, you're going to have bad days and doubts and not believe in yourself and cry. And that's okay. But at the same point in time, you're also like me and you're addicted to better. You're addicted to reaching for the best version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, professionally, spiritually. I mean, all those pieces, you're addicted to, hey, I know that there's more in my tank, and I know I have more to do in this world. And I love helping those people the most. So I have to be honest with that. And I really do think that this channel is going to hit people at all different levels. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, not a CEO, I think there's going to be value here. But that's my target group. I know how to help small businesses, entrepreneurs, and CEOs. And that's why I'm a CEO advisor. I'm a people strategy advisor. That's my focus moving forward. And you're going to see a book coming out in the coming year. You're going to see retreats coming out and a variety of different tools and products that I'm producing, whether with jadawillis.com or the Confident C-Suite, as I am the co-founder of that organization as well. And so I really wanted to share a little bit more about my story, my mindset in this, and what you can expect just in moving forward in subscribing to the Jada Willis experience. And so I do hope that you subscribe. I do hope you share this with someone that you think would benefit or that you care about. Everyone's at a different season in life. And so I'm ready to lift up, I'm ready to encourage, inspire, and then also, most importantly, give some practical tips and tools on how you are going to get unstuck, frustrated, burnout. You're going to, listen, we need to live our best lives right now. And I know you can do it. Thank you so much for listening to the Jada Willis Experience. Tune in. We're going to be dropping episodes two times a week, if not more. So stay tuned. Thanks so much.